We discussed how game theory shows cooperation is essential. You have a population who are willing to cooperate. Cooperation. Okay. Cooperation is in their self-interest. In fact, cooperation is in their self-interest, and maybe to govern later they arrived at a central authority. It is not that from central authority cooperation came. It is from cooperation central authority came. We are discussing central authority because that is the main point in the context of IR. But what does this mean in the context of security? In the context of security. Okay. Say there are 3 monkeys. Okay. And there is one predator. This monkey sees the predator. Suppose this monkey thinks that okay, let me protect myself, and runs away. It means this monkey saves itself, but then this predator can kill him too. Okay. So if each monkey thinks me only or me first, then these monkeys will not be able to protect themselves. On the other hand, this monkey signals a communication, and then other monkeys come, or M2 and M3 protect themselves. Okay. So then monkeys together can fight the predator. It means if each monkey is thinking me only, then a community of monkeys cannot exist. In biology, this is called population of monkeys. Okay, population will consist of certain communities. So communities can't exist, and in the end, population can't exist. That is, me first means not cooperating. But suppose they choose to cooperate. What does it mean? The monkey that is signaling may be at risk, but though it is at risk, it is signaling. It means it is taking risk. It is taking risk to protect the group. Abandoning me only or me first Okay. So what is this thing called taking risk at the expense of one's own survival? That is nothing but altruism. So what is altruism? Altruism is nothing but part of cooperation of the group. So some people have to be altruistic, or people have to be altruistic on certain occasions. Then only the group will survive. And biological evolution is in such a way that if the life form doesn't have such a cooperative attitude, or if it has only me first attitude, then it may be eliminated. It may be eliminated. So, as we discussed, that nice people emerge, of course, with some defectors. So those with the ability to cooperate, those who are biologically tuned to cooperate, will survive, will have their descendants in the next generation. And that is what evolution is. So this is called evolutionary game theory. Difference between game theory, where like in prisoner's dilemma, where decision making is a conscious process, in evolutionary game theory, non-consciously organisms respond, and those with successful strategies are reproduced, and this takes place over populations. So it means altruism will be there to a particular degree in any population that has successfully adapted itself. Okay, so altruism is a part of ethic of culture or ethic of cooperation, and this can be taken as a natural selection according to Darwin. Darwin says there can be no doubt that a tribe, including many members who are always ready to give aid to each other and to sacrifice themselves for the common good, would be victorious over other tribes, and this would be a natural selection. It means natural selection operates on a group level along with individual level. So a level of altruism is required in a group so that it can better coordinate, and in its competition with another group, this group will win. So group with altruism will win against a group which is no altruism and completely selfish. And this Darwin is saying natural selection. But how is altruism rewarded biologically? Those with altruistic tendencies may have more access to sex, and they can give rise to more offspring, and during that process they may be culturally rewarded among humans, those who are dead in the war. Memorials are meant for them. So what is this? This is cultural promotion of altruism. Because after all, those who are dead, if they did not take part, they would have saved themselves. But they chose to take part and they died for the sake of others, sacrificed their lives for the sake of nations. Okay. And in this context, let us look at altruism in some other way. See, what is altruism? Altruistic individuals in this group, they are giving their life for this group, but how are they giving? By killing the members of other groups. It means in defending their group, they are taking others group or members of other groups, which means what is altruism in the context of this group is aggression in the context of this group. Okay. So to this group he is a killer, but to this group the fact that he is risking his life is a sacrifice. So it means these are various labels we give to encourage some behavior. Give your life for this group. That may be patriotism. Okay, but you are a killer to this group. Okay, so it is the basic biological and human process are given different labels according to whether we want to encourage them or discourage them, but the process are similar. Okay, what is good for one group is bad for another group. Take for example in prisoner's dilemma. Prisoner's dilemma. If prisoners cooperate, then they will avoid punishment or they will get less punishment. But what is their cooperation? Their cooperation is against the interests of the society. So their cooperation is an aggressive act against the society. Okay. So the society condemns them, but among themselves, they will have a different image of themselves. So what is cooperation at one level is conflict at another level. So cooperation and conflict are matters of levels. National level cooperation can be conflict at international level. So one needs to understand the basic process and how they are labeled differently as a way of encouraging or discouraging. Thank you.